Is the World Championships the big question, the chapter over, then closed?
Pretty much, yeah, it's over. There is a slight tendency that this is someone else's problem now, it's not mine. Prague might be a year off, a year of good results away. Nihal slightly more.
When you reduce the number of tournaments that you're playing, so what is your criteria for picking and choosing the ones where you want to play and ones which you would rather give it a miss?
Simply tournaments that I like playing. So I like the Grand Chess Tour in general. They organize very good events. The Rapid Blitz was a nice event to play.
Yeah, okay.
So I played that. Norway was nice. I played there. I will play in Leon now. So just
but
private tournaments.
When you say you like, what is it about the tournaments that you like?
I like. I don't know. I enjoy playing there. These are special tournaments that I can get ready for and something like that.
They're close to your heart in that sense that you would look.
Yes, I'm not trying.
Are you looking at the field or are you looking at the?
No, what the thing is, I'm not really going to try to get to the World Championship.
Okay.
Because that is too many stages, and I don't think I really want to go down that. And
is the World Championships the big question? The chapter over, then closed?
Pretty much. Yeah, it's over.
I'm
not even going to try to play it. Then there's no way a question of winning it. But it is such a long and arduous goal. I first have to qualify for it, then I have to qualify with the candidates, then I have to win the candidates, then I have to play the World Championship. And even, let's say the first stage goes well, then I would need to train very hard, get ready, and I don't think that's worth it. Yeah. I don't think it's worth it anymore. So I was happy to.
Okay. So when we talk about the World Championship, because we all identify your journey with all those preparations that go on for the World Championships, so many of them. So when you're playing the other tournaments, the rankings or the ratings, I mean, you're not really affected by the the pluses.
No, the tournaments, every tournament is rated and will still be counted for rating. The point is, the World Championship, you have to put in an incredible amount of effort just to try. And I don't see the point of doing it now. I've won it 5 times. That's enough. I move on. One of the things I'm excited about the Westbridge Anand Academy is that I'm able to hopefully help some youngsters attain their goal of getting there.
When you're getting back into a big tournament, let's say in 2021, like you did, and now after the break, do you feel fresh or do you feel you're undercooked? How do you kind of figure out that, okay, you are now...
being a professional the whole year round requires, I think, even blocking out everything else. You have to live in chess. You have to live with all the developments in the theory and constantly thinking about chess and so on. And that's not something I wanted to do anymore. So I was happy to transition like this. It's a nice transition phase, and we'll see where it gets me. It's clear that I would now like to see chess in other ways. But if you look at my generation, very few of us are competing full-time, full board. Yeah. Michael Adams, who's just a couple of years younger than me, he just played the World Senior Team Championship, representing England. And Nigel Shott, who's a few years older than me, is playing in the same thing. And it's quite funny to watch people of my generation suddenly playing senior tournaments.
You're not yet ready for that.
No, not too much. And so it's just, I think it's a natural stage in life. And
you're enjoying it?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know whether you'll be comfortable about it, but if you have to give one sentence or a comment on, let's say from Arjun onwards and Gukesh and Viswanathan and Nihal, what would you say, what is their standout quality which will help them in the long run?
Arjun, Gukesh, Nihal, Prag, all calculate well. I mean, everyone says Arjun is a phenomenal calculator. That's true. That's the strongest point. Gukesh is very hardworking, is very courageous in the sense that he'll take very good openings and go fight with anyone. Pragnananda as well. I mean, his spirit is very nice. Even when a tournament's going really badly, he is trying to win every game, that sort of thing. Raunak and Nihal are especially strong in the very fast time controls. Nihal, I think, has a he's got a positional base to what he does, but he's a highly evolved player. So his style looks like someone who's been around for longer. Raunak has got a bit more devilry to him.
Yeah.
He's, maybe it's not an accident that one of his nicknames is Devil. Mentonka is younger, but again you can see this sheer passion for chess. It's unbelievable. Many times I would tell him to take some rest and he would just go to the next tournament. And during the pandemic, he was stranded in Hungary, but he was stranded in Hungary for 8 or 9 months. I mean, I was stranded for 3 months and we made a big news story about it. He was stranded for 8 or 9 months. And Leon is quite universal. It's hard to pinpoint one area. He plays, dabbles a bit in everything. He just needs more experience overall. Name 4 and
Name
Leon.
6 of them, yeah.
No, there should be 6, so there's one I'm missing. And Raunak, yes. So Raunak, Leon.
Raunak is done,
yeah. And then Vaishali, I think, well, she's Prag's elder sister, and she's very good. There were many moments, both in the Rapid and Blitz in Warsaw, in some of the online events, where she really showed some remarkable abilities, and she's also very sincere and hardworking. You give her a task, she'll sit there, she'll work. I think she has a lot of potential going forward.
Now, digressing a bit to the FIDE role, where you're standing for the elections, that will also mean a lot of additional work, which is chess, but it takes you away from your chess. So how, you're mentally prepared for it?
It's an interesting thing. Definitely you have certain ideas of what it's going to be like, but till you join there, in a sense, till you start playing, you don't realize how it's going to be. There will obviously be a learning curve, but at the same time, I look forward to making a positive contribution to Arkadi's team. Arkadi and his team have done a very good job the last 4 years.
Okay.
They have stabilized FIDE, stabilized its reputation, built up its finances, built up their relationships with many sponsors, and that's a solid base to build on.
So, if you're getting into this FIDE thing, which makes me ask the most logical next question, it's too early, but are you eventually looking at a full-fledged role in chess administration beyond that?
I don't know yet. I want to help the team, and it will require a lot of time commitment. I expect that if we succeed and we are elected, then I will be working full time on this project with FIDE for 4 years till the next one. And but it's clear that I will also have time to play. If I get a couple of invitations, I would like to play that, and I think that shouldn't be a problem.
At the moment, you're not ready to give up chess entirely.
Well, I don't see why. I don't want to play more than this, but I don't see why I should play. Why I should stop. But on the other hand, if the invitations dry up or something happens and life takes over and you can't play, then that's fine as well.
It's a gradual.
It's clear that that's where I'm tending, and I think in 5 or 6 years I might want to stop completely, but we'll see.
I just one of the last few questions was about, you talked about you wanting to seeing the youngsters, in a few of them in the top 10 in the rankings in the world, but how do you I'm not suggesting, I want an exact timeline, but how realistically close are we to achieving that goal? When can we have a few of them, or do you think there will be it will take some time?
Well, 2 of them are close to 2,700. I think Prague might be a year off, a year of good results away. Nihal slightly more, but again, if the good results come quickly, then he's there faster. For the others, Raunak, Leon, and Raunak and Leon, sorry, this is 6. So Raunak and Leon, you can add a year to that because they're a bit further behind. I think their first goal should be to consolidate 2650 or something, and then. But 2700 is a good starting point. It already gets you into the top 30, thereabouts.
Yes.
And then the next stage. So top 10, I would say, is about 2 to 3 years away. Could be even longer.
Yeah. So now, major part of the current phase of chess or world chess has also been about Carlsen, and I cannot not mention him or get away by ignoring him. So have you had your you've done your, let's say, postmortems on where he is beatable, where why is he so special and all that post your run-ins with him, like in the World Championship?
Not at all. It wasn't very practical to sit and do that because unless there was a match with him again, there was no need to do that. And anyway, there is no getting away from the fact that even before I played him, I had passed the peak of my career and he was entering the peak of his. So of course I tried to keep up with technical developments and things like that, but it's I haven't sat and examined him. And by the way, he's not the only player that I have to work quite hard to compete with. There are others
like
Hikaru, Fabiano, the usual names that you see in the top, and Wesley. The names you would expect to see. So when I play a tournament, I distribute my attention. That's clear, and it's clear that Carlsen has also done very well with his performance in several years. I would say 2015 he got back from some difficult moments, but 2019 was absolutely the pinnacle. The last year that was this good for him was 2012.
Yeah.
And then in 2019 he had a fantastic year. So you see that, but there is a slight tendency that this is someone else's problem now. It's not mine.
The decision to mentor players, that of course was not just. How has that experience been so far? These young players, because a lot is being talked about them. They are like all over the place. They are these clutch of youngsters. How do you see them?
I think I saw it as they already have their setups. They have their favorite trainers. They have their plans and everything. But I thought I could work with them, give them regular classes with my trainers. We could chalk out not a syllabus, but something like areas that should be covered. It's not like I know already what it is they need and I can give them specific things. The idea is just to keep interacting with them. They keep changing every day. But I feel very proud that since we started out with them, they have gained like between 100 and 120 points or something, many of them. Gukesh and Arjuna 2690.
Yeah.
And Gukesh as well, he's also around the same rating thing. Prag is doing spectacularly. I mean, he's beating Magnus, he's beating
but he's
Ding
playing in those tournaments which are private,
not rated, so it doesn't show. But I think when he does play rated tournaments, it will show. You cannot become strong without you cannot become strong in one format without becoming strong in another, I think.
Right.
And so on. So they are getting stronger. They're doing well, and it's not exclusively because of the academy, but we are with them in that journey, and our aim is to give them that feeling of support and take them. And one of the goals we defined for ourselves at Westbridge is that India should be well represented in the top 10 in the future. We should have a couple of Indians at least, and that should be the target. And I think we are doing well there.